Hi, I'm Kim Shepard, and this is session 10 for psychopathology, and it is case study 9.1, and the client is a 19-year-old female, Lucy Johnson. And the first question I want to answer is, what are Lucy's strengths? And other than her noted problems that we discussed, she seemed to be in fairly good health. She seems to be very self-aware in that she was understanding a couple of weeks ago things had changed and she wasn't doing well, and she knew she needed to get help, and obviously she reached out for help. And another thing noted is resilience, that she doesn't necessarily have any support, family support, and is doing this on her own. She's in college and she's very academically strong. Evidently, she got accepted into a very academically rigorous college, and on top of that, she was able to get scholarships to pay for part of that, and she's working 2 jobs to help complete paying for her college expenses. So I would say that she's a fairly decent, strong person. Do I think Lucy's problems in the past are causing? Do I think that she has her difficulties from the past are impacting her life now? Yes. During the interview, Lucy stated that she had experienced at 13 years old traumatically when her father left. It left her in a state that she slept most of the time for about a week, she said, and she was asleep more than she was awake. Really like to see some more stuff about that and do some searching more into that episode. She also stated that this incident has happened about 4 or 5 times since then, and I see that she presents with sadness, and that seemed to be a very traumatic event for her, and that there seems to be a pattern of what seems to be same behavior happening, like she stated, 4 or 5 times. What are some diagnoses and what would I want to rule out in Lucy's case? This last episode lasted 2 weeks. I think probably I would want to rule out depressive disorder. Even though when I asked her if she was depressed or seemed sad, she answered no immediately, and yet she walked into the office sad and presented with feelings of sadness. So plus the 2-week episode and the time frame of that, and so that's one thing I would like to rule out. And she also made a statement in our interview that she said it sometimes she feels like it's too much to handle. And there again, I want to clarify that and rule out depression or possibly any other medical issue having to do with depression, or medical or drugs or alcohol, just to rule that out. What are some of the resources that would be helpful for Lucy? I feel like the main support she needs right now is therapy, but she also needs support around her socially. And so I would like to, first of all, I'd like to contact a mom, get permission to contact a mom and talk to her and see if we can't get family counseling or family therapy going between the two, and see if we can't help rectify some of the distance between those two. I would also like to contact the school and see what kind of clubs or activities they have available, and just there again, she seems like she's keeping her head above water and she doesn't have time, but that could be another avenue. belonging to a club to get more connected with the school. Also church, I feel like see if there's any singles groups, college age singles groups that have any programs that can reach out to her, or anything in the community. So I would also like to offer her a couple of psychoeducational classes, mainly one of them on learning how to manage stress. Obviously, it's just stress that she seems to believe that this sent her into that place again. So I would like to get her some support in that area, and therapeutic at the school, and just stay in contact with her. What do I believe the diagnosis is based on the interview? I would have to say she presents with the disassociation diagnosis of depersonalization and derealization, 300.6, and depersonalization is experiencing unreality, detachment, or being an outside observer with respect to one's thoughts, feelings, sensations, body, and actions. And in our interview, Lucy stated that she felt like she was not in her body, and that she was watching from outside of her body, which meets that criteria. And the next would be derealization, and it means experiencing unreality or detachment with the respect to surroundings, dreams, strange, or unreal. And Lucy stated that she felt detached from the real world, and that nothing seems real, and everyone is like a cartoon character. And so I really have a positive outlook for Lucy. I believe she has a lot of strengths with wanting to pursue her school and not let anything harm that. I think some things can be possibly attempted with her and her mother to bridge the gap between them with family therapy. And I also believe that she needs some support services, and this disassociation with derealization and depersonalization are presenting problems that fit the criteria and meet the DSM-5. So with that said, I will go.